Hello class, time for math. We're going to start today reviewing our counting patterns. Now you know how to count by ones. Count to 5 with me by ones. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. You know how to count by twos. You can either do odd numbers or even numbers. When we count by twos, how many numbers do we skip? 1. When we count by twos, we skip 1 number. Let's start at 2 and let's count to 20. We can clap it out. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Can you start at 1 and go to 20? Let's try. Ready? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. That was a little more challenging to do without looking. You aren't looking behind me, are you? Okay, can you count by threes? We haven't done that as often, but it's very important that you keep practicing things like this to keep it fresh in your mind because you're going to need this in 2nd grade. When we count by threes, how many numbers do we skip? 2. We skip 2 numbers. Now, sometimes I get a little mixed up on this one, so I might have to go slow. Let's start at 3 and we'll go to 20. Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I misspoke. We can't go to 20. 20 is not available when you're counting by threes. We had to go ahead to 21. Now, that's counting by twos and threes. What about fives? We're more familiar with that because of the nickel. Let's say our poem for the nickel. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, worth 5 cents. I know that. All right, let's start at 5 and let's count by fives to, let's just go to 20 again. Let's clap. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. That was it. Boy, we keep getting there faster and faster because we keep counting our number patterns quicker. All right, so that's counting by fives. Counting by tens, let's go all the way to 50. Counting by tens is the same as what coin? Dun, 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 dun. Let's say our poem. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. All right, this time we're going to 50. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now the big question. Do you remember how to count by 25s? The quarter. The quarter follows a pattern. Well, the fives followed a pattern. 5, 0, 5, 0 in the ones column. You can start anywhere to count by tens, and all that changes is the tens column. And what we learned about the 25s is, let's take a look over here. Counting by 25s goes 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200. Can we keep going? 225, 250, 275, then that would be 300. So the pattern to count by 25s is 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75, 100. All right, so that is a review for our counting patterns. I have some money with me, more than just the coins that I showed you, but they're all all mixed up. I have a quarter, and then I have a dime, and then I have a nickel, and then I have another nickel, and in between is a penny. That's going to be hard. What is the first step to do when you have a whole bunch of change and you want to know how much you have? The first step is to put it in order. The one that's worth the most is the one you start counting with. So in my pile here, the one that's worth the most is my quarter. And how much is that? 25. My next amount is the dime. So 25 plus 10 gives us 35. All that changes is the tens column. The next one will be my nickels. So let's count by fives from 35. Begin. 40, 45, 50, and then a penny, 51. Oh, I hope you're keeping up with me. Another pile of mixed up coins. Let me tell you, I have a quarter. So always look to see if there's any quarters. Upside down. All right, this is 25. Oh, what would be next if I had one? I do. I have a dime. I have two dimes. So from 25, we go to 35, and then we go to 45. Now we're jumping to a nickel from 45, 50, and my pennies, 51, 52, 53. All right. Moving on with our review for today, let's go to the clocks. Do you remember which hand is the hour and which hand is the minute? Hour only has 4 letters. H-O-U-R. It's the shorthand because minute is spelled M-I-N-U-T-E. It has more letters, so it's the long hand. Do you remember our song? Let's sing it together. The hands on the clock go round and round, round and round, round and round. The hands on the clock go round and round to tell us the time. All right, let's do the hour hand, which is the small hand. The hour hand goes around number 2, number, number 2, number, number 2, number. The hour hand goes around number 2, number, to tell us the hour. And the minute hand, how does this hand go? The minute hand goes around by 5s, around by 5s, around by 5s. The minute hand goes around by 5s to tell us the minute. How many minutes in an hour? 60. Let's count them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Half past is when the big hand is on the 6 because that is half of our clock. Quarter past is when the big hand is on the 3 because that is 1/4 of our clock if we divided it into fourths. And then quarter till is when the big hand is on the 9. Okay, I'm going to put a time on the clock. When I say tick-tock, I want you to shout out what time is on the clock. I won't be able to hear you, but I'll be thinking of you, and I sure hope you get it right. Somebody in your house might be listening. I hope you can impress them that you got it right. All right, my first time is going to be, it's going to be this. Tick-tock, what time is on my clock? Can you see it there? There's the hour, and there's the minute. 8:10. 8:10. Did you get it? I hope so. All right, let's do another one. Let's see. Ooh, let's do this one. Let's do this for the hour and this for the minute. Tick-tock, what time is on my clock? Okay, my little hand is almost to the 4, not quite. And the big hand is almost to the 12. So we still go with 3. And then count by 5s around to the 9. 345. Ooh, that one was a little more challenging. Let's end with this one. Tick-tock, what time is on my clock? Hold it up here. Right here. Almost to the 7, not quite. Almost to the 12, not quite. Okay, the little hand, when it's between two numbers, even though it's closer to the 7, we still call it what? 6. And the big hand is on the 11. So counting by 5s, go around the clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 6, 55. Oh, how'd you do? All right, keep working on it. Everyone has a clock in their house. Every so often say, hey, Mom, I know what time it is. Hey, Dad, I know what time it is. Hey, anybody who wants to know what time it is, and impress them. All right, speaking of impressing, I'm going to teach you something brand new today, but it's not going to be hard at all. We're adding another column to our addition. Let me show you. We know that 10's to the left, 1's to the right, and then sometimes when we have a hundreds column, the hundreds column is next to the tens column. So in my number, my top number here, let's read this number. The number is 243. I have 2 hundreds, 4 tens, and 3 ones. I'm adding it with, read this number, 156. Guess what, guys? You do it the same way you did two-digit addition. In fact, if you want to draw columns to help you do the one that you're supposed to do, you can do that. We always start with a ones column, just like before. So class, 3 plus 6 is 9. And then 4 plus 5 is 9. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. So just like two-digit addition, you work your way across, going this way, because we always start with the ones column. That's not too hard, is it? I am going to help you on your worksheet. Go ahead and find page 307. Write your name on it, and I will help you in the next video. Bye-bye.